Hi, you guys.
Res me. I don't want my first death. Res me.
Okay, so guys, today we're doing Lotus equals Leicester Part 2. I don't remember much of the information. I just remember the hacking stuff.
Previously on
Ethan equals.
Lotus equals Leicester.
Okay, so basically, Lotus equals Leicester, right? So Lotus was like.
Lotus is the woman from Warframe. I'm not gonna spoil the game.
Yeah, like Margulis and shit. Yeah, she's like Margulis or like Margarita and shit. Margarita,
and then
right?
you got Leicester from GTA, the bold guy with cancer.
Okay, he's getting like his fanny cleaned. So Lotus equals Leicester, right? Two characters, right? I'll give you the base rundown. Lotus is like some hive mind bitch who's like, oi bruv, I'm gonna adopt all these little kids in Warframe and I'm not gonna make them into like superheroes. and then stop swearing, Ollie. I'm a mostly kid friendly.
Question.
Okay, what's the question, Oliver?
Objection! I would like to present evidence.
Okay.
So, basically, she didn't give them powers. The accident on the ship when it blew up gave them the powers.
Yeah, but still, she was like the cause of that. Anyway, listen, right?
No, she wasn't. She didn't even know about them till after.
That's really cute. Don't care. Okay, so basically, so like Lotus is like that mummy bitch who like takes care of all these little tennos. What I'm playing as right now. Look, I'm a fucker. I'm a Warframe, right?
No, you're a Warframe, you div. You're a tenno using remote control transfer.
I said I was a Warframe, Molly. I said I was a Warframe. Stop interrupting.
No. Right, so they're gonna look at me. I am tenno. Yeah, look at me.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so basically, and then Lotus. I think you know who Lotus is. He's like that bloke. He's like, well, bruv, you gotta we can do it the smart way or the loud way. And then like he goes like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a high seas from GTA 5. He's like Trevor Phillips' boyfriend. And he's like the heist bloke. He sets up all the heists and shit. So then he's like, oi. Oh my god, like I'm Lotus. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm Lotus. And then so what happens is I'm about to die. Okay, so
he's revived and revive me.
Okay, and then like
1 second.
And then like basically, so Lotus. Okay, so Lotus is like a hacker, and she like hacks shit for us to get us into like these missions where I am now. And she's like, "Oi, bruv, basically, so I'm gonna hack you in and shit. So you better be like ready to like kill all these like gringos or some shit." And and then you got Lester who's like, "Oi, bruv, listen, so." You know how I'm gonna hack.
Bust man your platinum.
Yeah, bust man some GTA monies, and then he gets you into GTA.
Shark cards.
And then he gets you into a bank, and he's like, yeah, shark cards. He gets you into a bank, and he's like, bust me some shark cards, bro. Great white. And then like that's money in GTA. And then you get in, and he's like, and he's like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna hack you in. And the thing is, Lester is also a hive mind. That's the secret part of the GTA lore. And Trevor is being controlled and to control Michael and Franklin. So basically, Lotus is Lester because they're both a hive mind, so they must be one big hive mind. So then like he's like, oi bruv, oi Lotus, bust man some hive minds. He's like, yeah, come here, big man. And he's like, oh yeah. So today on my vlog channel, guys, we're going to be making a big hive mind, and we're going to make little tennos into Michael, Franklin, and Tenno.
Right, objection! Objection, I want to present evidence. She didn't make the tennos. The tenno were once human, but then they like got superpowers from a ship explosion.
No, Ollie, listen, no, we're talking about their vlog channel.
Oh.
So it's a bit different. You don't know their vlog channel yet. You haven't got that far in the game yet.
It's Lotus X Leicester.
No, it's the LL vlogs. Okay, so basically, then it's like, oi, bruv. So like today we're gonna be making these tenno into Michael, Franklin, and Trenna, and then they're gonna like go fight people to do us money. they're gonna bust man some shark cards, and then we're gonna be like, oh yeah, bro, for now you can fuck off and like go live your own lives with your wives and shit. So then we're gonna we had the ingredients of like fucking platinum and shit and like credits.
If we get divorced, who keeps the kids?
I don't care. I think it's probably like fucking my fucking Ordis gets the kids, and then Ordis busts in and is like, man, this and this. I don't think this is very productive, and they're like, fuck off, all this big.
Objection! I would like to present evidence.
Big man will actually shank you. No.
My dog stepped on the bee.
And then Ollie K busts in and is like 25, and he's like, yeah, 25, Molly, and he's like, yeah, bro, come to my address and I'll give you like a tenner. And then Trevor's like, oi, bro, who are you? And he's like, shut up, you're like little tenner in you. So, I'm gonna go to Letchworth and like bust man a ciggy, and then you're gonna be out and you're gonna be like, yeah, bro, we made these tenors and we're gonna like make them do crime and shit for us, and then we're gonna get bus man some shark cards, and then we're gonna be like, oh yeah, shark cards.
I swear for the past half hour you've been repeating yourself.
I've been streaming for 6 minutes, bruv. And then he's like, well, you man, gonna bust me some club cards from Tesco's.
Which is actually a risk, but still.
Oh, Ollie, no. And then he's like, oi, bruv, okay, so back in like my old day, this is Lester talking, by the way. We didn't have club cards. We had fucking like PS4 gift cards and shit. You know, and then I was sort of like, shut up, bust me an old man. And then bus man Lester says, bust me your bus, bust me your bus. And then he's like, bruv, I forget about these tenors, I'm dipping, like I'm having a stroke. And then like 10 years later, he's like starting his own office building, and he's like got these Chinese people in slavery, and they're like, hello master Lester, please help me.
Right, objection, I'd like to present evidence.
Yeah.
This is turned into Lotus is actually Lester to Lotus and Lester fanfics.
No, but they're
so
but they're two personalities in one hive mind that control everything. And then Lester's like, oi, I'm going away from this hive mind, and he's like, oi, Chinese people, you're my bitch now. And then he's like, oi, master Lester, please help me. There's some bloke called Michael outside, and he's like, oi, bro, I just want to rob bank with you. And Michael's like, and he's like, what the fuck? Where's T? And I'm like,
I'm in debt to Martina Madrezzo.
And then yeah, I'm in debt to some like Chinese bloke. And then like fucking
so
Lotus.
I ripped his like fucking girlfriend's boyfriend's house from a window.
Yeah. And he's like, and then Lotus is coming in and like, oi, bro, bust me.
How many viewers have you got?
0. and then Lotus got
rambling to the void right now.
And then Lotus is like, oi, bro, bust me some Chinese people, and like I'll leave you alone and let you be your own thing. And then Lotus is like, and then Lester's like, oh yeah, bro, give me like a tenner for one of these. And then he's like, oh yeah, he's like 10 billion. So then
even trafficking now.
Yeah. And then Lotus is like, oh bro, I'm gonna treat you right. And then they take them all to like this facility in like fucking like India, and they're like, alright, so you're all gonna be the new tenors, right? And then you get.
So they've just like travelled the fucking world now, bro.
Yeah. And then like, oi, so when we gonna go different planets? And it's like, I don't know, bro. Don't even worry. And then
yeah, the problem. Objection! I'd like to present evidence. So basically, they can't really get to the other planets because they need to like get to the junction and defeat the bosses.
Don't even worry. They've already done all the bosses. Don't even worry. Okay, so
they've done all the bosses.
Yeah. They've already got anything unlocked because like it's Lotus. And then Lotus comes in and he's like, and then Lotus is like, don't even worry, man. But bust me a ciggy. And then he goes and he's like, well, yeah, so Lotus is gonna meet Lotus, and then he's like,
objection, I would like to present evidence.
Yeah.
Do you know who Lotus's dad is?
No.
Hunhao.
Okay. And then Hunhao comes in and he's like, wait, bruv, so like, when are we gonna like go to different planets?
Objection! I'd like to present evidence.
Yeah.
Do you know who Lotus's sister, no, brother is?
Nah, bruv.
Error.
Ratio. And then Hunhao's come in and he's like, oi, bruv.
Objection! I would like to present evidence. Final piece, I promise.
Yeah.
Do you know what Error's famous line was?
No, not really.
Don't be afraid.
Ooh, okay. And then fucking. Alright, so next bit. Alright, so Hunhao comes in and he's like, oi, bruv, so like.
Why has this turned into a court case of fucking objections and shit? And like, for fucking.
And then like Hunhao comes in and he's like, oi, man, when we gonna go to different planets and shit? And he's like, oi, lad, don't worry, bus man, like a tenner, and like we'll go to another planet, we'll go to like Uranus and shit. And he's like, oh yeah, bruv, bust me one of those. And he's like, oh yeah. And then he goes, and then he's like, bust me that tenner then. And he's like, nah, bruv, we're staying on Earth. And then like Earth goes all apocalyptic and shit. And he's like, oh yeah. So that there's fucking infested motherfuckers everywhere in Heart of Deimos and like Deimos and shit. So they go there and they're like, oh yeah, I'll fucking like, yeah. Oh. And then he's like, oh fuck yeah, okay, so we're gonna, like, they go to Deimos, they're like, oh, Lotus is back, and like Lotus isn't real anymore, Lotus left.
Like, your plan's based on being attacked by a Chinese bloke.
Okay, so like Lotus is like going away, and like it's just Lester and Hunhao, and Hunhao like hangs himself because like he's shot everywhere.
Objection! When does Error show up?
Don't worry, you'll see. And then fucking like whoever that bloke was that just came on screen comes in and he's like, oi, why'd Hunhao kill himself? And then Lester was like, oi, brother, I don't know, I'm like cancerous and shit. So I got cancer. And then like Walter White comes in and he's like, oi, bro, that's kind of cool. And they both leave, right? And then Lester's like, what do I do now? Everyone's like, and Lotus comes back and is like, bro, what do you mean? We're gonna go to like fucking a different planet. And they're like, but we're already on one. And we're like, shut up, bro. So then they go in their spacesuits and shit, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to the void. And then they're like, oh shit, there's nothing here, so. And they're like, oh, we're gonna die. And then so Lotus is like, additional life report is that you're Nan. And then like, so fucking Lester's like, oi, Lotus, you trying to link? And she's like, yeah, bro. And then they get each other snap and they're like trading nudes and shit. And then one of the Tenno comes in and is like, mum, like there's some fucking lad called like Captain. There's some bloke in my bedroom called like Captain Internet Fetish, and he's like threatening to rape me. And Lotus is like, oh, fuck off, man. Man's trying to like get pussy. And then he's like, oh, fucking Captain Vor comes in and he's like, oi, bruv, get one of your fucking children to fight me, or whatever, I'll rape you. And he's like, oi, whatever, get that fucking like Excalibur Umbra kid to like fucking kill you. He's like, aye. And then
Fox gonna be doing like, oh, objection, I'd like to present evidence.
Yeah, go on then, lad.
Who's gonna be using Excalibur Umbra to fight Captain Vor?
I don't know, bro, some like sex. And then like, oh, and then half of this is just gonna be me going, ooh. And then fucking what's his name comes in. Captain Vor's like, oi, Umbra, if you don't like give me a tenner, I'll like rape your nan. He's like, bro, I don't care, I don't have a tenner, and I don't have a nan either. And he's like, I don't really care. And then like he comes in, he's like, oh, so like when we gonna like do this? And he's like, let's just do it now. And then he pulls out like his fucking shank and he's like, bro, I'm like Lester's my best mate. If you don't get away, I'll get Tony Blair on you. And he's like, oh shit, sorry, Blad. And I'll leave you alone now. And then he's like, oh, okay, yeah. So Tony will be with you in a few days. And then Tony's like, okay, so Lotus, you trying to bust man your snap? And she's like, nah, bro, you're fugly. And then like fucking what's his name comes in? And fucking Ollie K comes in and he's like, I'm the best Warframe player. And then fucking Rebecca's like, shut up, bro, man's gonna bust me a Lotus. and then like fucking Lotus is gonna be like, oh, so you trying to smash? And then Lotus is like to Ollie, yeah, we're trying to smash now, aren't we? And then Ollie's like, fuck off, you little pedo. I'm like 4 years old.
How many viewers is currently streaming to?
0. And then Ollie comes in and he's like, bust me some Monster Energy. And then Lester comes in after. So no, and then like Lester comes in and he's like, bruv, why are you trying to like get one of those Monster Energies? You like split your wrist and shit. And I was like, yeah. So Ollie K's like, okay, so I'm gonna go now, and now it's just Lotus and Lester. So like they're sitting on the bed discussing like how they're gonna get divorced and shit. And then they're like,
keep the kids.
And then they're gonna like, oh, I've got a viewer. And then they're like, yeah, I've got a viewer. And then they're like, oi, bruv, where you trying to link? And he's like, Lotus, shut up. And then Lester's like, oi. So like, when you trying to like link and shit, and then Lester and Lotus are like, bitch, we're getting a divorce in like 2 days. What do you mean? And like, Lester's like, wanna smash? And then like, and Lotus is like, yeah, go on in. And then she pulls out like a strap on her shit, and she's like, ooh, fucking hell. And then she's like, oh my god.
It just turned into.
And then Lester's like, I'm actually like 4 years old. You've just been caught on a Predator show. And then basically after that, Lotus comes in and he's like, and he's like, bruv, I don't even know who my nan is. And then Lester's like, fuck off.
What?
My only view with you. And then fucking
yeah.
And then it's like, oi, yeah, so. And then Ollie comes in, Oliver Kennedy, and he's like, oi, man, can you bust me some pussy? And he's like, nah, bro, you're like 6. And then like after like 2 years, like fucking Trevor Phillips and Michael run into each other, like, oh, so like when are we trying to link again? And he's like, sometime this November. And he's like, oh, okay. So like when you trying to like find where I live? And then I'm like, we
we already know. We already know where you live.
And then Michael's just like, and then Michael is getting really angry because like Trevor's playing with him and shit. And so Franklin comes in and he's like,
It's turned into.
And then like fucking Mario comes in and he's like, bruv, why are you trying to like link up? And then he's like, bruv, why are you trying to link up with my nan? And then he goes like, fuck, and then Michael's like, fuck, sorry, sorry Luigi, I didn't know. And then Luigi fucking and then like Luigi's like, it's okay. And then Michael's like, thanks Bowser, I didn't know if it was okay or not. And then so basically, what's his name? Fucking Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series.
Nathan, why has Nathan Drake just shown up?
And Nathan Drake from Uncharted comes in, right? And he's like, oh yeah, so like when we gonna like link up with your nan? And he's like, I don't really know, to be fair, like, and then like Tom Holland walks in and he's like,